Hey everyone, this is American Wire. Watch how this conservative girl tells her liberal professor why it is important to have gun rights. Check it out.
I need someone who's really into guns. Like an American who's really into guns, man. You have an NRA sticker? Okay, you're good. All right, wait, hang on. Let me see that. Dude, not only that, oh shit, look at this. Here, can you get that? Put that on the screen. You got Trump. You got, dude, oh my God, wait, hang on, turn around, show her shirt also. Shit. Okay, so, all right, come on in the front. Emily is into guns.
Okay.
Like really into guns. And your job is to discover, because I know in Colombia, like basically no one has guns. I mean, not in Bogota, it's impossible to get a gun in Colombia. And in Australia, it's very difficult. So I want you to learn some things about guns in the United States by asking her questions.
I don't have good accuracy. Okay. Should I still go shooting? I really want to try it.
Oh, definitely. There's a bunch of ranges that you can go to. I'm sure there's some at State College. I personally haven't gone shooting here, but there's people that can teach you. There's lessons. I personally would love to teach you if you want to learn.
And what kind of attracts you to the guns? Is it like the feeling of the power, or is it just the action, or is it what attracts you to guns? What do you like about
Well, it depends on
guns?
what kind of gun you're talking about. If you're talking about a rifle, like an AK-47 or an AR-15, it's something that they're just fun to shoot. Like they're fun to go to the range and have a beer and go shoot some skeet. But if it's like a pistol that's more used for self-protection, I get to kind of practice in a situation where you'd need it.
Okay, let me coach you right here.
Right.
So, do you have a follow-up question?
What do you think about guns outside of the gun range?
I personally have a concealed carry permit. I don't carry on campus. I'm not carrying right now. But I think it's a necessity, honestly. We just saw the thing that just happened down in Texas. And if it wasn't for the armed security guard there was probably a lot more lives would have been lost than the two men that were.
I'm not against guns, but if everyone is allowed to have them, don't you think the shootings will go down in a way? Like if it's not that easy to get guns, wouldn't it be easier to control shootings or things like that? Since you just mentioned Texas.
Yeah, so it depends on what kind of guns you're talking about. You can't just go out and buy an AK-47. You just can't do it. You have to have a background check, and you have to have a permit for it. Concealed carry permits, it's a lot easier in Pennsylvania than other states to get it. So I just lived in DC for a couple months, and there you have to take a class, and you have to be trained to do it. So it's all kind of really depending on where you think about it politically. I personally think that you should be able to carry as a self-protection thing. And that's not just from people either. I grew up on a farm where we had bears on our property that you can't really stop with a baseball bat.
So what do you wish people, as a gun owner and as a gun enthusiast, what do you wish people would ask you when they meet you? So they see your NRA sticker. What are some things you wish people would actually ask you?
Probably why I feel strongly about having guns. Or not having guns, but being able to protect oneself instead of just assuming that I hate the assumption that people, when they think about assault rifles, that anyone that owns an assault rifle wants to go out and kill somebody. I've had someone say that to me before, and I'm like, I do not. I own assault rifles, and I'm not going to hurt anybody with it.
Yeah.
It's just for fun. It's for protection. It's for
Well, so here, this is actually kind of a really cool conversation, because it's the stereotypes that we make of all Muslims are. Or, poor people are this, or white people X, whatever it is, Christians this. It's all these things that we can say would be people who own assault rifles are all like this kind of thing. So it's the same. It sort of goes around.
This professor was awesome. He actually allowed the conversation to take place. A very uncomfortable conversation, because when they were talking on stage, as the camera was kind of taking shots, looking at the crowd, you can see a lot of students were very uncomfortable with this conversation, and some of their faces were expressions of, "Are you kidding me?" But the professor, he was awesome. He let the conversation happen, and he even addressed because I think he sensed that people were probably forming thoughts in their mind about judging this girl because she believed in having the importance of having the right to own a gun. And he said, it's all about the stereotype. Remember when he said that? A Christian is this way, or poor people are that way, or Muslims are. That was like a perfect example. Because in today's society, once you have a stereotype of someone, you truly believe that everyone is that way. And that is not true. And the examples that this student gave about the importance of having the right to own your own gun, to protect yourself, to, when you're in your own house, I mean, that is beyond true, and the reason why we should be able to own guns. And think about it this way. There are states that have gun laws where you can't own a gun. But if you look at their statistics, crime is high around owning guns. They're owning guns illegally, right? Just because you put laws in place and you assumedly take guns away, you're taking a gun away from the American who wants to protect themselves, not the American who wants to go out and do crime. So she was awesome. The professor was awesome to allow the conversation to even take place. Kudos to him.